afternoon, children.
Good afternoon, children.
Welcome to class. So, children, what did you learn in your previous class? Yes, you learned how to collect information to take part in a debate competition. In today's class, we shall learn about adverbs. Before that, look at the picture on the screen. What do you see in this picture, children?
Describe the picture, children. Come on, make your own sentences. What do you see on the screen? Yeah, you see a sun.
It is shining brightly.
Yes.
You can see there are tall trees. You can see that the cows are grazing. You can see a small puppy sitting there. And then you can also see a girl. She is looking at the sun.
Can you see some flowers?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
You can see there are lotus in the pond. Right? So now I'll recite the poem for you.
Listen carefully, children.
Look at the sun there, shining up in the sky well. Oh dear, it looks here like a lamp in the sky. Brightly sun shining slowly comes in the morning. From behind the mountain, merrily looking to the earth, always good for us, always good for plants, helpful for animals. Never imagine without it. The world lives beautifully.
So here, children, this is a poem about the sun. Did you understand the poem? Shall we read it once again?
Yes. Look at the sun there, shining up in the sky well. Oh dear, it looks here like a lamp in the sky. Brightly sun shining slowly comes in the morning. From behind the mountain, merrily looking to the earth. Always good for us, always good for plants, helpful for animals, never imagine without it. The world lives beautifully. So children, in this poem, you can see few words like brightly, slowly, merrily, beautifully.
So what are these words doing here, children? Brightly, sun shining. So what is brightly doing there? Brightly is telling you how the sun is shining.
Yes.
Are you understanding this, children? And slowly comes in the morning. Slowly tells you how the sun comes in the morning. So see, the sun shines brightly. It comes slowly in the morning. And then merrily looking to the earth. How is it looking to the earth? Merrily. Merrily means what, children? Happily. Merrily means happily. So happily looking down at the earth. And the last line, see the last line? The world lives beautifully. How does the world live? Beautifully. With the sun, the world lives beautifully. So these words which are telling us more about the verbs. How does the sun shine? The sun is shining. Shining is the verb there. You know that, children. We have taught you verbs before.
Yes.
So how does the sun shine? It shines
brightly.
Yeah, children, you must answer. How does the sun shine?
Yes.
Brightly. Very good. So brightly is telling you how the sun shines. Look at the next line. Slowly. How does the sun come in the morning? Slowly. How does it come in the morning? Slowly. So what is slowly telling us? It tells us more about which word there? How the sun comes. Then look at the after two lines. Merrily looking to the earth. So how does the sun look at the earth?
Merrily.
Merrily. So merrily is telling us more about how the sun looks at the earth. Then the last line, the world lives beautifully. How does the world live?
Beautifully.
Beautifully. So beautifully is a word which tells us more about how the world lives. So here, these words, children, brightly, slowly, merrily, beautifully. All these words tell us more about the verbs. Okay? So today we learn about these words. These words which tell us more about the verbs. We'll see what they are called and we'll see how they are used also.
So, we shall learn it through conversation. So children, now look at this picture. You have to describe the picture.
You have to describe it in short sentences. Make your own sentences and describe the picture. What can you see here?
Yes. You can see there's a house. There are two boys. One of them is sitting and he is doing some work. The other one is standing.
What color shirts are they wearing, children?
Yeah. One of them is wearing a green shirt and the other one is wearing a purple shirt.
What's the name of the boy who's wearing the purple shirt?
Yes. His name is Ajay.
Ajay. Good. So now, what's the name of the other boy who's sitting down?
Good.
Very good. Shashi.
Shashi.
So you can see two boys here, Shashi and Ajay. Shashi is sitting down and doing some work. Ajay is standing and I think he wants to talk to Shashi. Let's see what they talk now.
I'll take the role of Ajay.
And I take the role of Shashi.
Hi Shashi.
Hi Ajay.
Looks like you're very busy. What are you doing?
Oh yes, I am doing a project on wild animals.
So children, you can see he's doing a project on wild animals.
So he's either he's drawn it or he's stuck a picture of a lion there.
And he's written some information about it.
Yes.
You're doing it very nicely. When should you submit it?
I should submit it tomorrow.
Oh, why are you sitting outside your house?
So you can see Shashi is sitting outside his house and doing his work. There's no power, so I'm sitting here. So when there's no power, it's dark inside, no children. So he has come out and he's doing his work outside.
So, when can you come and play with me?
Oh no, I'm sorry, Ajay. I can't play with you today.
That's okay, Shashi. I will leave now. Bye. Take care.
Bye-bye. Take care.
So children, now you have listened to the conversation. So let's answer few questions. Let's look at the questions first. Who are the two friends speaking in the conversation?
So
Repeat.
children, you know the answer. Who are the two friends speaking in the conversation?
Yes. It's Shashi and
Ajay.
What is Shashi doing?
What was Shashi doing, children?
Yes. He was doing a project work on wild animals. Children, here, why can't Shashi? Why can't Shashi play with Ajay?
Why can't Shashi play with Ajay? Yes, you know the answer. Very good. Because he has to submit his project
work.
So he can't play with Ajay.
So let's see the answers. Who are the two friends speaking in the conversation? Yes, Shashi and Ajay are the two friends. Repeat it, children. Shashi and Ajay are the two friends. What is Shashi doing?
Shashi is doing a project on wild animals. What is Shashi doing?
Shashi is doing a project on wild animals. Why can't Shashi play with Ajay?
Why can't Shashi play with Ajay? Shashi has to complete his project and submit it the next day. So he can't play. So when the question is can't, the answer also has to be in the same tense, children. Okay, the question is why can't Shashi play with Ajay? Shashi has to. Can't is cannot. Cannot is present tense. Okay, children? So when the question is in present tense, the answer also must be in the same present tense. So Shashi has to complete his project and submit it the next day. So he can't play. So now you have one more conversation between two friends.
It's the same
Oh,
conversation.
okay.
So in this conversation, children, you have to observe the highlighted words. There are few words which are highlighted. Observe them. Okay? Now we will see the conversation. Hi Ajay. Hi Shashi.
Hi Ajay.
Looks like you're very busy. What are you doing?
Yes, I am doing a project on wild animals.
You're doing it very nicely. When should you submit it?
I should submit it tomorrow.
So children, here you can observe very nicely. It is highlighted. The word is highlighted. So it is an adverb.
Okay, children. The nicely here, very nicely. Both are adverbs, but we look at nicely right now. You're doing it very nicely. So nicely is a word which tells you how Shashi is doing something. So doing there, can you circle it, Akshata? Doing there, the word doing, that is the verb. You know that, action word, doing. So nicely tells you more about how Shashi is doing it. So this word nicely becomes an adverb because it adds meaning to the verb. Children, you must remember, the name itself will tell you what it does. Add verb. It adds meaning to the verb. Okay, children? Similarly here, tomorrow. I should submit it tomorrow. So here, tomorrow is telling you more about submit. When should I submit it? I should submit it tomorrow. So any word which tells you more about the verb, more about the action word. Here, submit is the action verb. Okay, that's the action word there, submit. So, tomorrow is a word which tells you more about the word submit. So, tomorrow becomes the adverb. Adverb, it adds meaning to the verb. Did you understand, children?
Ajay.
Let's continue. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Why are you sitting outside your house?
There's no power, so I'm sitting here.
So, when can you come and play with me?
Oh no, I'm sorry Ajay, I can't play with you today.
That's okay, Shashi. I'll leave now. Bye. Take care.
Bye Ajay, take care. So this was the rest of the conversation. This is how that conversation ended. After Shashi said he can't play with Ajay, Ajay said that's okay, I'll leave now. So here you can see the rest of the conversation on the screen. You have some more words here which are highlighted. Which are the words, children? Read out the words that are highlighted.
Outside.
Outside.
Here.
Here.
Today.
Today.
And now.
Now. So here, these words are also called adverbs. Why are they called adverbs, children? Because they add meaning to the verb. Shall we see the first one? Why are you sitting outside your house? So which is the verb there?
Sitting.
Very good. Did you all answer along with your ma'am?
Yes.
Yes, good children. Sitting is the verb there. So, sitting outside your house. Outside is telling you more about the verb sitting. So, outside becomes the adverb. Did you understand that? Let's look at the next sentence now. So, I am sitting here. Same thing in this sentence. Which is the verb? Which is the action word here?
Yes.
Very good. Sitting is the verb. So which is the word which tells you more about the verb?
Here.
Here. Where are you sitting? I'm sitting here. So here again becomes the adverb. Now look at the next word highlighted. Today. Oh no, Ajay, I'm sorry. I can't play with you today. So today is highlighted. How is this an adverb, children? Does it tell you more about play? Yes, it does. I can't play with you today. So Shashi says, I can play with you but some other day, not today. So today tells us more about the verb play. Play is the action word there. So today is the word that tells you more about the verb play.
Play.
So today becomes the adverb there. Then the next one, I will leave now. I will leave now. So which is the verb there? Which is the verb, children? Very good. Leave is the verb.
Yes.
So when you say I will leave now, now tells you more about the verb leave.
Leave.
So now becomes the adverb.
Adverb.
So in all these examples you have seen, children, a word which adds meaning to the verb is called the adverb.
Adverb.
So you must remember like that. Shall we write adverb on the screen, Akshata? So write the word adverb, A-D-V-E-R-B. So look at the word, children. It adds meaning to the verb. The meaning is there in the name itself. So if you remember that, you will be able to identify the adverbs.
So, very nicely, as ma'am told you, these words tell us how an action is done. So, it tells when Ajay told Shashi, you're doing your project very nicely. So, he's telling how the action is done. How has Shashi done this project? In the same way, let's see the next word. Tomorrow, today, now.
What do these words tell us?
Yes, these words tell us when an action is done. It tells us the time or the place.
Or the day.
Day.
Tomorrow, today, now. It can be the time or the day when an action is done.
Outside, here.
What these words tell us?
Where an action is done.
So you can see here, children, all these three types of words, they are telling us about the action. How, when and where the action was done. So basically, if you want to understand adverbs, you must first understand what the verb is. You must learn to point out the verb first. Pick out the verb first. And then look for any word in the sentence which tells you more about that verb. That will be the adverb. It can be how the action is done. It can be when the action is done, or it can be where the action is done. Okay, clear?
Yes. These words are called adverbs.
Adverbs.
Children, an adverb is a word that tells us more about the verb in a sentence. It adds meaning to the verb.
So all this time we spoke about some words which are adding meaning to the sentence. Now you can look around you. You have your friends sitting with their books. Some book is open. One friend has written, oh, how neatly she has written. See, neatly is the adverb. But he has not written neatly. He has written shabbily. What he has written is not clear. So he has written shabbily. Whereas she has written neatly. So all these words, children, they are telling about how somebody has written. So these words will become adverbs.
Okay. Now look at this picture. Ramya is writing. Ramya is writing. Here, writing is the verb.
Do you agree, children? Writing is the verb here? Yes, correct.
Now children, Ramya is doing her homework. She is writing neatly. She is writing neatly.
So as I just told you, see, she is writing neatly. She is writing. We know that much. But how is she writing? She is writing neatly. So neatly is a word which tells you how the action is done. So here neatly becomes the adverb.
So what do you see in this picture? Yes. You can see the boy was sleeping and his mother came and woke him up. So he's telling, I'm lazy. But my mother wakes me up early every morning. Children, here early.
Early is the highlighted word. So my mother wakes me up early every morning. So what's the action word here? Can you tell me the action word? Yes, it is wakes me up. Wake up is the action word, the verb. So, what is early telling us?
It's telling us
About when Amma wakes him up. So, when the action was done. So, early becomes the adverb. Did you understand, children?
Yes.
Now look at this picture. What's happening on screen?
Mary is walking and a lamb is following her. Mary had a little lamb. It was very beautiful. It followed Mary everywhere.
Can you see? Okay, first of all, we'll correct this. Mary is M-A-R-Y.
Yes, ma'am.
Mary had a little lamb. It was very beautiful. It followed Mary everywhere. You've heard this rhyme, no children, when you were smaller, in your smaller classes, you've heard. So here you can see Mary and her lamb. Lamb is following her everywhere. So everywhere is highlighted. Why is everywhere highlighted? Who can tell me? Stand and tell me, somebody, come on. Yes, very good. Everywhere is highlighted because everywhere is an adverb. What is it telling us about the verb? It tells us where the action is done. It followed Mary where? Everywhere. So everywhere is the adverb here. Did you understand, children? So now look at this picture.
The weather is very pleasant today. There are no clouds in the sky. The sun is shining brightly.
So here in this picture, what do you see? The weather is very pleasant today. There are no clouds in the sky. The sun is shining brightly. You saw in the poem earlier when we started the class, the brightly sun shining. So here also see the same sentence is appearing here. The sun is shining brightly. How is the sun shining, children?
Brightly.
Brightly. So here brightly is an adverb. And why is it an adverb here, children?
This telling us how the sun is shining.
It's telling us how the action is done. The sun is shining. Shining is the action word there. So how is the action done? Brightly. So shining is the action word or the verb. Brightly tells us more about the verb. It adds meaning to the verb. So brightly becomes the adverb.
So children, now here is an activity for you. You have to fill in the blanks with the adverbs from the box. So I have given you a few adverbs in the box. You have to choose the appropriate word and you have to fill it in the blanks. Let me read the words. Loudly, outside, softly, slowly, late, around, that today, over, recently.
So children, have you read all these words correctly? See, loudly, outside, softly, slowly, late, around, there today, over, recently. So now you might see that many adverbs end with ly. Normally all ly words are adverbs. But you can also see there are other words here which don't end with ly. They are also adverbs. So children, you mustn't blindly look at one ly word and say that is an adverb. There may be another word which does not end with ly, but that is also an adverb. So you must be careful. Okay, come on, let's continue.
First sentence, he participated in a singing competition. He was singing in a low voice. The judges asked him to sing dash. Children, here the clue is how. So you have to search a word which answers you how the
action was done.
Singing.
How the boy was singing.
Or
how the judges asked him to sing. So look at this, children. There was a boy, he participated in a singing competition. But he was singing in a low voice. So what did the judges ask him to do? They asked him to sing
softly.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, there's one more word there, children.
Slowly.
No. The judges asked him to sing
loudly.
Loudly. Very good. So here you see children, loudly answers the question how.
How?
It is telling us how the action is done. Right? The judges asked him to sing loudly.
Loudly.
How did the judges ask him to sing? Loudly.
Sing
Okay?
loudly. Okay. My father had promised to take me to the beach on Monday, but he was busy with his office work. He took me dash. So you have to answer the question when. You have to find a word which answers the question when.
My father had promised to take me to the beach on Monday, but he was busy with his office work. He took me. When did he take you?
Around.
Very good. No, not around.
No.
The
Can it
question
be
is
around?
when. The question is when.
No. So it is
He took me.
there today.
Very good. Yes, children. There today. So when the clue is given to you, you must see when is the clue given there. So when, that means your word must answer this question when.
Children were outside and they saw a little bird flying dash. The roof of the dash.
The roof
So-
of the house dash.
Dash. So the first blank, it is where, and the second blank,
The
you
clue is how.
how.
So your first blank must have a word which answers the question where.
Where.
And the second blank must have a word which answers the question how. Children were outside and they saw a little bird flying dash the roof of the house, around or even over, you can say, children. You can say around or you can say over the roof of the house. And how? How was the little bird flying over the roof of the house? Can you pick a word there which answers the question how?
Yes.
Yes, correct, children. What will you say? Slowly.
Slowly.
Children were outside and they saw a little bird flying over
Over.
the roof of the house slowly. Around is also correct, but over is a better word, children.
Ritu was making a speech. We couldn't hear her. She spoke very dash.
When somebody speaks and you can't hear, what does that mean, children? How is that person speaking? Is that person speaking loudly?
No.
No, that person is speaking
Yes. Softly.
softly. Correct. So she spoke very softly.
Softly. We don't have a playground in our area. So, we play cricket dash
Dash.
on the road.
The clue is where.
So, children, we can say we play cricket
Dash. On the road is not needed there. We don't have a playground in our area. So we play cricket dash. The clue is where. Is there a word there which answers where?
Yes.
Yes, there is a word. Which is that word? Correct. Outside. So we play cricket outside.
Outside.
So you can stop at outside. We play cricket outside. Okay.
My cousin started at 6 o'clock, but he was stuck in a traffic jam. He arrived dash to the party.
So the clue is when. My cousin started at 6 o'clock. He left his house or his office or somewhere. He started at 6 o'clock. But he was stuck in a traffic jam. He arrived dash to the party. When you're stuck in a traffic jam, can you go on time, children? Or can you go early?
No.
You can go only
Late.
late. He arrived late to the party. So the clue is also when.
When.
So late is the correct answer. So here you must be careful. All these words are telling you more about the action.
Action.
How the action is done. See the fourth one, children. How the action is done. Softly.
Softly.
Where the action is done. Outside. When the action is done. Late.
Late.
So all these are called adverbs.
2 years ago, Anil had saved his friend from drowning. He received the bravery award dash
Dash.
when
Yes, when somebody is being drowned and somebody saves, they receive a bravery award. He received his bravery award recently. Okay?
Now children, you have to fill in the blanks with the adverbs formed from the words in the brackets. Let's look at the first one. The innocent man was beaten dash by the angry mob. So the clue is bad.
Can we use it in that form, children? The innocent man was beaten bad by the angry mob. No, you have to change it a little. So how will you change it? The innocent man was beaten badly. Correct. Badly by the angry mob.
Let's look at the second one. Mr. Harish walks dash after the accident. Careful.
How will you change the word careful? Mr. Harish walks dash after the accident. Yes, children. Very good. Carefully. Look at the spelling of carefully. See, some words change their spelling. When you make them an adverb, you have to change the spelling a little. Careful is C-A-R-E-F-U-L. But when it becomes an adverb, you have to add another L and then Y.
The girl narrated the story dash. Nice.
So how did the girl narrate the story? Very good. Nicely. So here there is no spelling change. Nice, you just add L-Y. That's all.
Mr. Bean screamed dash when he fell off the ladder.
Your word is loud. Mr. Bean screamed loudly when he fell off the ladder.
She speaks English dash.
So perfect is your clue. She speaks English dash. How does she speak English?
Yes.
Perfectly. Yes, children, if you also practice, you also can speak English perfectly.
Children, you have to rewrite the following sentence using the adverbs in brackets. My sister did well in examination.
So the word in brackets is fairly. See where you can fit that word, children. You have to fit the word there and add it to the sentence. My sister did well in the examination. Where will you put fairly? My sister fairly did well in the examination?
No.
My sister did well in the fairly examination?
No.
You know it's an adverb, so it has to be somewhere near the verb. So my sister did fairly well in the examination. Did you understand that? My sister did fairly well in the examination.
My father makes a mistake. The clue is
Rarely. My father makes a mistake. You have to add rarely there. Come on, children, try it.
Yes. My father rarely makes a mistake.
Or you can say, my father rarely makes mistakes.
The tortoise was smart to win the race. The clue is enough.
So the tortoise was smart to win the race. How will you put enough there?
The tortoise was
smart enough to win the race.
So children, in today's class, you learned how to use adverbs. So, you have class tomorrow from 11 to 11:45. It is English 7th standard class.
General activities
General
class,
activities,
children. You can bring a notebook and a pencil.
Thank you.
Thank you, children.